ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. Today we will discuss from Bhagavad Gita 10th chapter. This is 2 verse 12 and 13. And in this verse we will try to understand the topic is this topic we will discuss. So, confirmations by the Vedic truth is better than speculation. Once more, confirmation by Vedic truth is better than speculation. So, a lot to discuss on this topic. Myself is Sachiputra Gauradas, and my request to all of you, if you have not subscribed my channel, kindly subscribe this channel, that you will get all those videos I upload in my channel. Let's begin it. So, in this 10th chapter, where Lord Krishna is explaining about his opulence. So, this is the topic is Lord's opulence. So, Arjuna, when he heard from Lord Krishna about him, that how he is actually the source of everything. So, this is called Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita in 4 verses. Starts from verse number 8 to 11, where Lord Krishna explained that how he the source of everything, like aham sarvasya prabhava mattah sarva pravartante iti matva bhajate mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. So Krishna says that he is the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Whatever you see in this material, suppose you see a mobile phone, you have one fan, TV, nice comfortable car, whatever you see, everything is actually comes from Krishna's energy. Krishna says it, mattah parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya. There is nothing is superior to me, everything is within me. Mattah sarva pravartante, everything is coming from Krishna. So, who knows this? It is said, iti matva bhajate mam. If you know this, that Krishna is the source of everything, then what you will do? Do you know? Buddha bhava samanvita. It is said that that person is the Buddha. Yeah, he is the learned person in this world. And he what does? He does bhajate mam. He does bhajan. He do Krishna bhajan. He chants holy name of Krishna. He reads Bhagavad Gita. He goes to meet the devotees. Just by knowing this. If you don't know this, then you may go on and on to search what is the source of everything. Then Krishna says about his devotees, pure devotees. He said that the thoughts of the pure devotees dwell in Krishna. And Krishna is telling, and the devotees subject, whatever they think, whatever they talk, whatever they remember, they actually do everything about Krishna. Machita madgata prana. Bodhayanta parasparam. And the devotees actually they do preaching. So that's why Srila Prabhupada said that preaching is the essence. Prachar hi sar hai. So that's why their lives are fully devoted to Krishna's service. There are a lot of services out there. The first service is assigned to us is hearing. आप सुनते सेवा मतलब क्या होगा? सुनो सुनो, hearing. And the devotees actually derive great satisfaction when they hear about When they hear about whom? Krishna. You know? So, whole day actually we hear many things in our life. There are thousands and thousands of topics. Polity is there, science is there, social issues are there, local news are there. There are so many. There is no scarcity of topics to hear. But here it is said that when the devotees hear about Krishna's glories, practically they feel satisfaction, bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about Krishna. So devotees actually, they help others. The best philanthropist is the devotees. सबसे बड़ा जन कल्याण काम करते हैं because they try to preach this gospel of Vedic literature. And Krishna says, those who are constantly devoted to serving Krishna with love and affection, and Krishna actually practically give them that understanding. Sometimes we think, oh, we are chanting about Krishna, and Krishna should provide us wealth, provide us building, bungalow, many things in our life. But Krishna actually says that no, I give them the intelligence, that through that intelligence that are yena ma upayanti te, means they can come to meet Krishna. If you want to meet Krishna, if you want to know Krishna, then what do you have to do? You have to always think about Krishna. That is called Smaranam. And Krishna to show them special mercy. Actually, Krishna is residing in our heart as Paramatma. You know, Krishna says that I am the Paramatma in your heart. So, he said that destroy. What he destroys? With the shining lamp of knowledge, the darkness born of ignorance. So, ignorance is there in our heart. We actually think that I am this body, I belong to this country, these are my family members, these are my countrymen, let me serve them, I belong to them, and I can do something, I can enjoy better. So there are so many thoughts, our ideas are there, which makes us so proud. We think that we are separate from Krishna. Separately we can do something. That is called ignorance. So due to ignorance we are actually suffering in this material world. We are suffering in material. So after hearing this 4 verse, this is called Chatushlaki Bhagavad Gita. So Arjuna is actually giving his own opinion. This is the declaration of Arjuna. Arjuna is telling Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. Oh Krishna, you are the Param Brahma. You are absolute truth. And sometimes the people accuse, बोलते हैं Hindus are actually worshipping many God. They are the worshipper of multi-God. No. We have to actually clearly understand the God is one, Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadi Anantaram. He is Advayam, He is one, He is not two. Then you may have this question, if God is one, then why you are worshipping Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, Lord Nrsimha? There are many, names are many, forms are many. No, Krishna expands himself. Krishna अपने आप को विस्तार करते हैं. So he is Param Brahma. Srila Prabhupada said, sometimes those peoples who are highly elevated, Brahmins, after studying thoroughly the Vedic literature, they actually try to understand Brahman, that is Brahman effulgence, Brahma Janatiti Brahmana. But a devotee who knows Krishna as Param Brahma is better. Param Brahma. That is, he addressed Krishna as Param Brahma. Then he said, Param Dhama, you are the ultimate abode. So that's why it is an humble and meek wins the kingdom of God. So if you want to reach to the abode of Krishna, then that is the highest destination in your life. Highest destination. सबसे ऊंची जगह आप जा सकते हैं. The ultimate abode, Param Dhama, and Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. Pavitram Paramam Bhava means he is the pure, purest of pure. He is the purest. Sometimes nowadays we drink water, and there are market like Kinjan water is there, very pure water, crystal. Himalayan water is very pure water. So Krishna is pure. He is not affected with any sin. Suppose you are doing sinful activities, then you may think that Krishna is residing in my heart. That means he may be infected with these sinful activities. No, not at all. Krishna is above of all these things. Above of all these things. That's why Krishna is apapa vidham. He is not affected with papa. Purest. Purusam saswatam divyam. He is the original person. God is a person. Many people think God does not have form. God is not a person. He is an imperson. No. He is, here it is said, Purusam Saswatam Divyam. And he is actually the eternal, transcendental, and he is Divyam. Adi Devam Ajam Vibhu. He is the Adi Devam, original Purusam. Original Purusam. And if you want to understand that who is my father, then my father's father, like that, if you go and on, then you will reach to that person who is the origin of everyone. Adi Purusam. No one is his father, no one is his mother. Then you may have a question in your mind, how is it that he actually come to this material world and accepted Nanda Baba and Yashoda as his parents, Devaki and Vasudev, Kausalya and Dasarath? How? He accepted his devotees as his parents, father and mother, to do his pastimes. That's why he is Adi Devam. Ajam Vibhu. He is Aja. Aja means Ajanma, unborn. He never takes birth like human beings. Ajopisan Abhayatma. Bhutanam Ishwarapisan. Prakritisam Adhisthaya Sambhavami Atmamaya. Krishna says, I actually appeared in this material world in different times in his original form, although he is unborn. Janma nahi leta hai, ajanma hai. So this is the statement of whom? Arjuna. So here it is said, Srila Prabhupada says that if Arjuna is telling about Krishna like this, you may have think that, oh, he is the parent of Krishna. Krishna ka friend hai, that's why he is talking like this. Why do you understand? No. Arjuna is giving the confirmation from the Vedic literature, Vedic truth. He says that Ahusatvam Rusaya Sarve Devarsi Naradas Tatha Asito Devala Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Bravishime. So here Arjuna is telling all the great sages, Narada Muni, Asita, Devala, Vyasa, they actually confirmed this truth about you. And Swayam Chaiva Bravishime, and you yourself also is speaking to me. Just understand, Krishna is, he himself also spoke this, and all the Vedic literatures. So when we actually understand, try to understand about our truth, then we must follow the Vedic literature. We must follow the Vedic confirmations. So Srila Prabhupada says that here Lord gives a chance to the modern philosophers, the modern scientists, that the Supreme is different from the individual soul. Just try to understand this. Most of the time people think that we can become God after some time. We are special living beings. We are separated from Krishna. So that actually will not work, not help us. That's why here, whatever Arjuna is telling in these two verses is confirmed by the Vedic truth. So Vedic injunction affirms that only one who takes to devotional service to the Supreme Lord can understand him. So in 11th chapter, when you will read, there is very nice verse that how Krishna is actually explaining to Arjuna about the process to attain him. The process are many, like Karma Yoga is there, Jnana Yoga is there, Dhyana Yoga is there, and Bhakti Yoga is there. But Krishna is said, Bhaktya tu ananya sakya aham eva vidhorjuna jnantum drashtum cha tattvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Krishna says, Bhaktya tu ananya sakta. Only the process is bhakti, devotion. Aham vidho, aham Arjuna. Just you are understanding me, you are knowing me, means this is the process. Jnantum drashtum cha tattvena. You can understand, you can see me, you can understand me through tattva, and you can enter to me. You can come to me, Krishna says. Bhaktiya. So that's why Prabhupada said through devotional service. So if a person is just going on mental speculation whether Krishna is Paramdhama or not, whether Krishna is pure or not, whether Krishna is the Paramdhama, the abode of everything is not, then what is the process? Where can he understand it? He can understand from the Vedic literature. Otherwise, there is no chance. But after understanding, one has to engage in the loving devotional service of the Lord. Here it is said. So Vedic injunction affirms that one has to take the devotional service to the Supreme Lord, can understand him. So whereas others cannot. Srila Prabhupada says others cannot. Other may go on panthastu koti satavascara sampragamya. They can take the process of this naiti process in the speed of mind and air, and they take a millions and trillions of years just to understand through this speculative method. Still they cannot reach to the toenail of the Lord. What to speak of the Lord? Toenail of the Lord. So each and every word of this verse spoken by Arjuna is confirmed by the Vedic injunction. That's why we must, whenever you are speaking, Srila Prabhupada said, what is the value of your opinion and my opinion? Let's check whether it is in the Vedic literature. So that's why Srila Prabhupada quoted from Katha Upanishad and Mandukya Upanishad. So he said that Katha Upanishad says the Supreme Brahman is the rest for everything. That is in Katha Upanishad. So that's why Krishna has already explained that he is the resting place. So the Krishna holds everything. Gama visyacha bhutani dharayami aham ojasa. Krishna said he enters he penetrates every atoms in this material world, and he also upholds everything. So that's why he is the rest for everything. So if you want to take rest, then just pray to Krishna. Please Krishna, I am going for rest. Help me for a better rest, and Krishna will help you. And so that's why in the Mundaka Upanishad it is said that the Supreme Lord in whom everything is resting can be realized only those who engaged in remembering, constantly thinking of him, constantly remembering him. So it is said that so Krishna actually takes care of all of us. But specifically, when we remember about him, he actually gives so much, time to us. He actually takes care of us. That's why it is only by devotional service to Krishna that one can understand Krishna, his position, and get rid of this material world. So in the Vedas, the Supreme Lord is accepted as the purest of the pure. And one who understands that Krishna is pure, he is not affected with sin. Sometimes, sometimes when people read Mahabharata, they say that Gandhari cursed Krishna, that as you planned, due to you, my sons are killed. I become sonless. Sonless. Same way your family will be spoiled or collapsed. But this statement, someone may say that, oh, Krishna is affected by the curse of Gandhari. It is not like that. When Krishna desire, he actually, what he do? He actually wind up his pastimes. It is not by anyone curse. So that's why when one understands that, he can become purified from all sinful activities just by understanding this. Yes. So that's why one cannot be disinfected from sinful activities unless he surrenders unto the Supreme Lord. That's why Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam bhaja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokhyasami ma sucha. He said, abandon all variety of religion and just surrender unto me, that I will make you free from all the sinful activities in your life. I will free you. Krishna said that he will free us. So that's why here it is said, one who takes shelter of Krishna, then it will easy for him to get free from all sinful activities. So Arjuna's acceptance as the Supreme Pure compiles with the injunction of Vedic literature. So this is also confirmed by the Narada and other chief stalwarts. So Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and one should always meditate upon him and enjoys one transcendental relationship with him. So we have a relationship with Krishna, like Krishna is our friend. He is our friend. Krishna is, you can think that you are the servant of Krishna. He is the master, I am the servant. Let me serve him. Sometimes the devotees think that, let Krishna be my son. And Krishna says, yes, 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 I will become your son. And he comes to our home. He is residing with us in the deity form. And someone said that, oh, Krishna is like my lover, he is my best friend. So Krishna reciprocated with us. So this transcendental relationship with Krishna one has to revive. So it is supreme existence. He is free from all bodily needs. Do you think Krishna is mad after your curd, dahi, makhan? No. Krishna is checking your love. Whether you are like a father, he gives the chocolates to his son and he asks, oh beta, give one chocolate. And the small child with his little hands, he offer, take one. He just little lick one chocolate and give to his father. And father likes it. Oh, very nice, very nice. Huh? He is actually reciprocating with us. He likes to see how we are inclined towards him, whether we are inclined or not. So that's why he is the supreme existence, and he is not actually need of anything. That's Srila Prabhupada says, in Vaikuntha Dham, Golok, Vrindavan, there are thousands and thousands of Lakshmis. They are folding their hands and offering obeisance. And, oh, whether I would get the chance to serve Krishna or not. They are in the queue to serve Krishna. So if you are preparing, making chapati, halwa, or puri at your home, and you are thinking, let me enjoy, and Krishna says, pachanti tu atma karanam. Those who are eating for their own self, to agham papam, they are actually eating the sins. But those who are offering whatever they are doing in their life to Krishna, practically Krishna purified everything and gives in return to all those things to us. So that's why he is free from all bodily needs, birth and death. That's why he is Aja. So one has to understand that Krishna, and there is no birthday, there is a death day. No, not like that. That's why Krishna says, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yuveti tattvataha. Krishna says, my janma and karma is transcendental. His birth and deeds are all transcendental. Who knows it in tattvataha, philosophically? Tattvataha. From the Vedic literature in parampara, then it will be easy for him. So that's why here it says, not only does Arjuna confirm this, but all the Vedic literature confirms this. Puranas, histories. Lord Krishna says, in all the Vedic literature, if you want to search me, then you can get me. So that's why Krishna is unborn, but he appears in this earth to establish religious principles. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharat abhyutanam adharmasya tadatmana srujami ham. He comes. Sometimes he personally comes. Sometimes he sends his representatives. Sometimes he empowers someone to do some activities to establish religious principles. Same as Srila Prabhupada empowered by Lord Krishna. Krishna actually gave the power to him. He sent him from the spiritual world to the material world to preach Krishna consciousness in all over world, to establish religious. And Srila Prabhupada, the business of God and the business of devotee is same. Like Krishna is telling about Krishna is here, we are getting the description, and Arjuna is confirming it from the Vedic literatures, and Srila Prabhupada also gave the evidences from the Vedic literature. That's why still I am. When I am giving the class, also I am also speaking about the same thing. Means this, the repetition leads to perfection. So when repeat again and again these things, it will help us to understand the thing better in our life. Otherwise, if you will speculate, oh mera mat hai, it is according to me, I think like this, then it is your version, sir. Just be with you. No one will come and hear from you. Yes. That's why Lord Krishna says this. So this is the perfect love can be had by the grace of the Supreme. When Krishna kripa koile, when Krishna actually he showered his mercy upon us, then it will be easy for us to access the knowledge of Krishna consciousness. So here Arjuna expresses himself through the grace of Krishna. If we want to understand Bhagavad Gita, we should also accept the statements in these two verses. Otherwise, we don't accept the version of Arjuna, then it is like licking the honey bottle when it is closed, and you are just licking the bottle. That's why we have to be very careful to understand. So that's why this is the acceptance in disciplic succession. Unless one is in the disciples, he cannot understand the Bhagavad Gita. Srila Prabhupada said that this is the process to understand Bhagavad Gita. There are many upstarts, those who started their own movements, religious movements, but it is like the bubbles on the water. Sometimes it is seen, and later it is totally vanquished, extinct. So, but this movement is not an extinct movement. This will not be vanquished. This will go on and on for the next 10,000 years. Later also it will spread it in all over the world. Don't worry. Just you go on for preaching. So that's it. It is not possible by so-called academic education. If you will go to any university and get a degree and you try to understand Bhagavad Gita, try to understand Krishna, It will not possible for you. You need your academic qualification, at the same time the mercy of Lord Krishna, mercy of the devotees, then it will be possible. Thank you very much for hearing this lecture. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and if you like this video, share this video with your friends and relatives. जरूर शील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदी। हरि हरि बोल।